Top 5 Bigfoot sightings in Oregon. Monsters in the mist. Oregon breathes Bigfoot. From mist-laced rainforest to the dry pines of the eastern Cascades, the entire state seems custom-built for a creature that thrives in shadow and silence. Thousands of sightings have spilled from these hills, passed around campfires, into ranger logs, and splashed across newspaper pages. But within that great tangle of mystery, 5 encounters rise above the rest, detailed, chilling, and unforgettable. Don't miss our national Bigfoot rating for the state of Oregon. Certainly Oregon lands firmly in the top 10, but does it deserve number 1? Watch till the end and see. Now let's jump right into our top 5 Bigfoot sightings for the state of Oregon in reverse order. You won't believe the media hype our number 1 selection created. Number 5. Mount Hood Encounter. November 2008. Mount Hood National Forest is one of the most visited natural areas in the Pacific Northwest, with over 4 million guests annually who come for its year-round skiing, alpine lakes, and glacier-framed views. In November 2008, 2 cross-country skiers heading toward a backcountry shelter noticed a massive figure gliding between trees just ahead. At first they thought it was a fellow hiker in heavy gear, until it turned briefly and revealed a thick, sloped head with no visible neck. The creature disappeared silently over a snowy ridge, leaving behind nothing but shaken nerves and lingering questions. Number 4. Rogue River Growler, June 1993. The Kalmiopsis Wilderness in the Rogue River Siskiyou National Forest receives fewer than 10,000 visitors a year. Remote and biologically rich, it's a maze of river canyons and ridgelines accessible only by foot or raft. In June of 1993, a group of 4 rafters camped along the river heard something heavy approaching their site after midnight. Expecting a bear, they grabbed flashlights, only to spot 2 glowing eyes set unnaturally high above the ground, peering at them from behind a tree. Then came a low, predatory growl. By dawn, they discovered deep tracks in the mud and a warped paddle seemingly bent from brute force. Number 3. The Blue Mountains Beast, August 1962. Umatilla National Forest sprawls across over 1.4 million acres and draws nearly 850,000 outdoor enthusiasts each year. But despite its popularity among hikers and hunters, the forest's Blue Mountain region has long held a reputation for eerie sounds and unexplained figures. In August 1962, a logging crew working near Tollgate began hearing rhythmic knocking sounds echoing through the hills. Soon after, tools went missing, and tree trunks were found with claw-like gouges. One worker, staying late to repair equipment, saw a tall, bipedal creature standing motionless on a ridge, watching silently before slipping behind the pines. Number 2. The Coos County Trail Cam Mystery, October 2012. The Elliott State Forest, a patchwork of managed land along Oregon's coast, has become a battleground of conservation and access. It remains a popular site for hunters and backwoods explorers and a focal point for Bigfoot believers. In October 2012, 2 hunters set up trail cameras during elk season. Reviewing footage days later, they found a blurry but striking image of a dark, upright figure moving past their bait pile. They returned to the site and found faint impressions in the mossy earth, but no signs of wildlife tampering. The image circulated online, debated intensely but never conclusively explained. Number 1. The Crater Lake Screamer, July 1977. Crater Lake National Park draws over 750,000 visitors a year, and for good reason. Its sapphire waters, formed in the caldera of a collapsed volcano, are among the clearest on Earth. The surrounding cliffs and ancient forests are considered sacred by the Klamath tribes, who warned of dark spirits inhabiting the lake. One summer night in July 1977, a scream shattered the quiet near Mazama campground. It began low, rose into a piercing shriek, then broke into a guttural snarl. A park ranger on overnight patrol confirmed hearing the same sound. Hours later, 2 campers reported seeing a massive upright figure with long arms and shaggy black fur circling their vehicle. The incident quickly gained traction across southern Oregon. The Oregonian ran a piece headlined, "Screams in the Night, Something Stirring at Crater Lake?" while local television station KTVL aired a brief segment interviewing witnesses and discussing tribal folklore. The real media buzz arrived in 1980 when the event was dramatized on the cult TV show In Search Of, narrated by Leonard Nimoy. That segment brought national eyes to the story, transforming it from a local mystery to a staple in Bigfoot lore. Crater Lake Rangers reportedly increased patrols for the rest of that summer and quietly discouraged campers from venturing alone at night. Over the years, a few amateur researchers returned to the site to record sound clips, some of which include wails eerily similar to what was heard in 1977. To this day, rangers still mention the Crater Lake Screamer during training, and visitors occasionally ask about it with a mix of skepticism and fear. Whether it was a spirit, a cryptid, or something else, it left an indelible mark on Oregon's most sacred ground. Oregon National Bigfoot Ranking, number 2 out of 50. Oregon is second only to one other state in terms of Bigfoot credibility. With its endless forest cover, high number of consistent reports, and deep cultural connection to the Sasquatch legend, the Beaver State remains a hotspot for both serious researchers and those just looking to glimpse something impossible between the trees. Hit subscribe to follow this channel as we track Bigfoot and other weird and wacky happenings across the United States. Do you believe your region or town deserves a top rating, or have you had an unusual encounter in the woods you can't explain? Does Bigfoot still exist, or is he simply a product of overactive imaginations? Please leave a comment in the comment section. We would love to hear from you.